Sweet.
Here we go. Weekly Dice Arena fans, we are into round 3 of Swiss. We've got Bodi versus Drew in the Golden Age Marvel only format this week. We haven't seen either of these teams. We did see a little bit of Drew. We saw that awesome Captain Marvel card that I like so much, but I'm excited to see how Bodi combats it. It's going to be awesome. Take it away, fellas.
All right, I got a thing here. You want action or energy?
Bodi's got the super rare Jocasta, which if you've never played with or against that card is super weird. Let me get the card text for all of us that
I will go second.
Maybe don't know the cards by heart.
Good luck.
Jocasta. It says the first time each turn Jocasta would be dealt damage. Instead, deal that damage to your opponent.
So I'll just pay 3 and buy a Mimic.
So I think the idea is real scat. What up?
Jocasta, nice.
Oh, I love Jocasta.
So the idea is deal a whole bunch of damage to Jocasta all at once. So again, it's only the first time she's dealt damage. So the first time she's dealt damage each turn needs to be giant, and you instead deal that to your opponent, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
I hope I got your username right.
I'm gonna reroll the sidekick.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't want to call you real scat for like a long.
Before I'm gonna buy back for seconds.
Way too long. Back for seconds.
Okay.
Is a pretty cool action. It reminds me of. I always get that and back for more, like the keyword.
Awesome. I will spend 3.
Field any character from your use pile at level 3 is what back for seconds does.
I will go ahead and use your Professor X Global to move 2 over.
All right.
And pass to you.
I don't. My pronunciation. Here I am. Good grief. It's late, folks. We're in round 3. Things get crazy.
Go ahead and reroll these 2. Hope for some masks. I got
Sky Eye.
There, I'm gonna.
I'm trying. I really am.
Yeah. I'm gonna energy fix this to a mask.
Energy fixer. First one of those we've seen tonight.
And
Ray bet 0 of his bad rolls on option 1. It's Gaelic. That's awesome.
Big, empty.
It's okay. I'm trying. Sky Eye. I'll do my best. What does it mean in Gaelic? Or what does it refer to?
You got
we can just barely not see enough here of Drew's screen, so I'm going to try to get a little bit more of that.
Global.
Yep, and then this is the She-Hulk card that when I was
Shadowy Guardian. Shadowy Guardian. Jeepers, I can't talk. Shadowy Guardian. That's pretty cool.
Nope, it's the Civil War one, but it's the Overcrush one.
Overcrush.
Oh, okay, cool.
The She-Hulk from Civil War.
Let's see what I want to do here. Yeah, I think I'll just leave
my username is not nearly that cool.
Spend 4 to buy a patch, and then pass priority to you.
So we've got Patch over here.
PXG.
Patch, or Nick Fury, when active.
3 times.
Your Avengers characters deal damage
back
twice to the opponent.
And then pass turn.
So by using Avengers ID card,
that goes away.
You can make an
one
Avenger
bag burn.
Unblockable. Bodi taking a bag burn. That's new for tonight too.
Okay.
This might be the most rampant we've seen tonight so far. With the PXG Global, things get crazy.
One energy out of the way.
There's this generic. I love it. Using a D20 to show us the one generic. It's like, this is the biggest one generic I've ever had.
And I will fix this to a mask. And hold on to that. And for 7, I'm going to buy Colossus.
Colossus. This is the 7 cost, I think.
Back for seconds.
Overcrush.
To field him at level 3.
There it is. Straight to the field.
Nice.
Gonna hit like a truck.
And then I will ... pass priority.
PXG twice with the double mask. Pass back.
What I should have done was use one energy and hold on to another mask, but oh well.
Yeah, that's usually what happens to me when PXG's across from me. I like totally forget to use it. And as soon as you forget
That's the
to
class
use it,
that does 2 damage when level 3 or higher is on the field after the turn.
oh jeepers! Not the one I thought it was. I thought it was Overcrush. So if Drew
so I take
gets
2 then.
Yeah, when he's active at the end of your turn, each of your characters of level 2 or higher deals 2 damage to your opponent.
Okay, so I'm down to 18. Awesome. All right, 4 in the bag.
So there's a clock on the game, so long as there's a level 3 character in the field for Drew.
Come on, Ronan, you can roll.
Ronan is going to be definitely going to be absorbing some damage this game. Jocasta could be hitting for
this one.
a giant amount of damage at a time. Ronan does not come up.
Great.
I think the idea here would be...
I'm going to spend one of those.
Oh,
7.
jeepers.
Ooh.
We're going to buy that Captain Marvel. Field the sidekick. And then, actually, we're just going to spin that down to
yeah.
mask.
I was about to say, I think the idea here is to clear your use file with PXG, and then you're going to pull the things you want to pull next turn.
And then pass turn.
Alright.
Let's see if Bodi can get his back for seconds again and pull something giant into the field again, as he did with Colossus last turn.
And 4.
We shall see. Tons of dice coming out. Didn't get his back for seconds. 6 sidekicks. And with PXG on the board, he might just be going like by Jocasta, PXG twice or something.
Alright.
I still haven't necessarily...
We pay 2 for a Psylocke.
I don't really know how he's planning on doing damage to Jocasta.
And then I will pass priority to you.
Pay the 2 to do PXG twice. Move 4 over.
Alright.
And then... Is it my
Maybe
turn?
I'm missing something.
Yep, and my turn, and I'll do 2 with Colossus.
Down to
All right.
16.
Drew's down to 16. Again, that clock is ticking. See how he responds here.
Holy smokes. Alright.
So he's got all the pieces he needs. He just needs to roll them all. Ronan comes up
Got
blank
that.
again, which is potentially the biggest news of the roll.
Awesome.
He did get
We
Mimic
get
and
Ronan. So we're going to
Captain Marvel.
leave those. We're going to try.
Try for Ronan here.
Nope.
He comes up single mask.
Man.
Just doesn't want to roll.
Stubborn.
Okay, so we're going to pay 2. Field that. We're going to pay 0 to field Mimic, and we're going to copy the stats of your Colossus.
Ooh, that's going to smart. That's smarts.
And then... Oh, let's see.
What is the move here?
And we're going to pass priority to you.
I'm gonna do some PXG fun here.
1 for 1. Not as
That's
efficient as
back.
it could be, but he's still going to roll everything he has next turn.
Okay. And then I'm going to attack with Mimic, who is a
8-7.
8-7.
So the idea here is knock out Colossus,
All
and then
right.
have a second attack step to attack with Captain
Now
Marvel,
we'll block
probably.
Colossus.
Okay. So then we both get
Yep, KO'd.
KO'd. And then for my second attack step, I'm going to attack with a sidekick and pay a bolt to pump it up to deal you 2.
All right.
Such a casual a second
And your
attack
turn.
step. I love it.
All right.
And my second attack step,
Got 3
I will
big.
pump up a sidekick and slap you in the eye. I love it. Love it. I do love that card. It's super fun. Bodi gets his back for more, which is not rolling yet. His Colossus didn't roll either, which I think he wants both of those this turn. Especially because he can buy some pretty giant stuff this turn with the amount of energy he's rolling.
Colossus and all this.
Keeps a bolt and 3 masks. Colossus rolls. Back for more. Also rolls. So 7 energy to spend. He could energy fix his sidekick down for 8. I'm not sure if he has any 8 costs on his team. He could just buy another Colossus. One of them for sure is going through, and
buy Jocasta for 4.
All right, I lied.
I am then gonna use back for seconds to field her at level 3.
That is pretty cool.
Okay.
So he's gonna make him choose to block Colossus or Jocasta.
Pay 2 to field
and
level 3 Colossus.
Drew will be taking damage regardless.
Field a sidekick for free. I will pass priority to you.
PXG. Oh, I did that ass backwards.
You get PXG 1 for 1 here.
You feel like you can take one back. I don't care.
Well, I meant to do the Ronin last, so then I'd have the
okay.
just the extra set.
Yeah.
And then pass back.
And then I'll end my turn and deal 4 damage with Colossus.
So I'm down to 12.
Yep.
Find it. Okay. Got 3 in my bag. There we go.
Ooh.
So he gets the Ronin this turn, which is, again,
2.
has been what has been missing. Stop leaking damage. I did not see what happened last turn. I might be wrong on score here.
Alright, I'm going to reroll these 3.
What's the life count currently? Sorry, I think I fell behind.
12 to 17 is what I got.
Okay, cool.
That's what I have.
Yeah, 4 from last turn, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Sweet.
Okay. So I'm going to spend
Oh gosh.
2 to field these 2. And I'm going to name your Colossus with Mimic. Field that for free.
Ronin's so good.
Then change this sidekick to a mask.
Ronin can absorb the 2 damage from Colossus, or he could absorb
Then
giant Jocasta
I will pass
chunks.
priority to you.
The versatility is just ridiculous.
Alright, I'm going to PXG. Pass it back.
Okay, so I am going to
This game would be
attack
made slightly,
for the first attack step with
definitely
Mimic,
more
who is an
puzzle-like
8/7.
if there was like a Kate Bishop Global or something. Because it would be, you have to think about how you're going to spend your masks instead of just save max from PXG. Also, the Ronin attacking, or the Ronin absorption. Oh my gosh, absorption would be a little tricky if you decide to let things through and then
I will
absorb with Ronin, or blink them back and keep Ronin for
go
another
ahead
day.
and block it with Jocasta redirect, which will probably redirect to then Ronin, I'm assuming.
Yep.
So Ronin gets KO'd because Jocasta did, what, like 8 damage or something?
The second attack step, I am going to attack with both of those.
Interesting.
What's your Captain Marvel?
6/6, and then he's an 8/7.
So I imagine he wants to block the biggest with Jocasta.
I'll block your Mimic with my sidekick and then block Captain Marvel with Jocasta.
What's Jocasta?
3/6.
So regardless,
So then you
Oh,
both get
righto.
knocked out, and then
Yep.
I come back.
Yes.
That's right, because Jocasta had already been dealt damage
Okay.
that turn, so it wasn't the first time anymore. That makes sense. Well played.
All right.
Well played to both
One in the
players
bag.
there. Psylocke coming out, which I think is a damage dealer. Let's see here. When fielded, pay mask to knock out one character. Interesting. So that could be a Ronin remover. It could be a Captain Marvel remover. It could be a Nick Fury remover. He gets Psylocke and Jocasta out. Gonna have to pay one for each to field.
I'll pay 1 to field Jocasta.
But they're both worth that.
I'll pay 1 to field Psylocke.
He will have to break here, break his ramp
Sidekicks.
to do the KO. Not sure if that's worth it, but I think he's going to keep the energy and wait for his opponent's turn.
What was that?
Oh no, it's when fielded, so he
Just thinking here, sorry.
has to do it
I
now.
heard you say something and then it cut out.
Oh, I said I will, and then I started thinking.
Oh.
I will think about it for a second.
Hmm.
Probably the best option.
I'm going to pay 2 masks from Psylocke's ability to knock out your Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Just
I will
upping the
pass priority to you.
chances by having him potentially not roll
I
next
will-
turn. I mean her potentially not roll next turn.
EXG. Then pass back.
And I will end my turn, and then classes will do 6.
Oofda. Alright, so down to 6.
Colossus does 6.
Okay,
It's
so-
per level 3 character. Holy
Got nothing in my
canucks!
bag. So just keep 4 out.
I should just look up this Colossus. I meant to do that earlier. It says while Colossus is active, at the end of your turn, each of your characters of level 2 or higher deals 2 damage to your opponent.
Reroll these 2.
Aha!
Is back.
That is greed. It's
Alright, so
gross.
pay 1 to field both of them.
Level 2 or higher.
Then I will.
So he gets his Ronin and his
Doesn't have
Captain
any
Marvel
energy.
back, which for Drew is super critical. I think Mimic is still a 8/7 from Colossus, so big body in the field. Not sure where he goes from here. I think he needs another purchase, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. I mean, he could go the Avengers ID
Alright, so-
route.
I will.
He could also just go the upgrade photon cannon route and give something over Crush.
Oh, that was a mask. I'll just spend 3. Buy a raised shield.
Raised Shield is the purchase,
And then I will pass turn.
which
Nice.
Raised Shield says 2 target character dice you get 2 target character
I
dice
got
you
you in the
control
bag.
get +1/+1 on a burst or double burst. They gain over Crush. So I think instead of upgrade photon cannon, he's going for the risky 2 characters gain over Crush, which I feel like he will potentially need another Mimic for to be super
These-
effective. Bodi does not roll his back for more, which would have been pretty solid. He also only has 1 mask, which is problematic in a couple different ways. He'd
I'll
love
do
to
4 for a
roll.
blob.
He
Pass
would have.
priority
He
to
would
you.
have loved to roll double mask there, knock out Ronin. Because that way, in a way, Ronan is 100% blanking Jocasta's ability.
And then I'll end my turn and deal 6.
I'm going to absorb it with Ronan.
Yep, he's got to do that.
Okay. Got one in the bag, so I'm going to take one. I'm down to 5.
The real interesting question would have been...
I was trying to get that other mask to KO Ronan. I couldn't get the other mask.
Yeah, that would have been the real interesting time if Ronan was KO'd there.
Okay, so he's getting re-rolled.
Hello. There you go.
These are all right. That's all right. Re-roll these.
Gets Ronan back. Rolls a sidekick, which is decent for blockers. He also gets his raised shield, so...
Heal those 2 for 0.
Oh, he has raised shield and he has whatever the blue action is. Is that what his upgrade photon cannon is? 3 characters get overcrushed.
I'm going to use this raised shield, which is on its burst, to give Mimic +1/+1 and Overcrush.
Okay.
And that generic energy I'm not sure I can use. So that will go there. And then actually I'm going to use that generic energy and a shield to buy proton cannon.
Trey beat Ray.
Gotta have that. And then
This
I will
just
pass
in.
priority to you.
I'll PXG.
Interesting here. Let's see what sorts of developments we got going on.
And then I am going to, on my first attack step, I'm going to attack with Mimic, who is a 9/8 with Overcrush.
Huh. So I guess he blocks with Jocasta. Clegg beat Shadowmeld. Interesting. So we're just waiting on the feature match here. Drew versus Bodi. Which things are getting a little dire. Especially if Bodi gets another turn and he doesn't lose any of his characters, he will be dealing 6 at the end of his turn.
I will block that one with Colossus and take 2.
Okay, so I get you down to 15.
Correct.
He comes back.
Gets a second attack step, which is awesome.
Was it at 8 defense? That's what Colossus had as attack, was 8. Was he a 9/8?
Yep. Nope, you're 8.
Okay. All right, just want to make sure.
That could have been scary.
So I got...
Why people don't play Rare Pyro? Because if you don't roll any bolts, not that good, or something different? Oh, guys, also, I thought of a really sweet Halloween theme for WDA around Halloween time. So, stay tuned. I realize that's a while away, but... Of course. I realize that's a while away, but it's good for
I should have did that differently, but it's alright. So then, on the second attack step, I will attack with Captain Marvel, who's a 5/5.
Get it out early so we have time to make teams. Yeah, it's not a super difficult building format.
Block that with
It's more of a
Jocasta.
creative.
What is she?
She's a 2/4.
2/4.
Oh, never mind. The damage gets redirected anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be. So he can't attack. Which.
So deals 5 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll absorb it with Ronan.
If I'm not mistaken, I feel like I have to be mistaken, right?
And then it's your turn. I did that.
Right.
If Jocasta would have blocked Mimic right there, wouldn't we just redirect all that damage? He would have KO'd Ronan. Oh, but then he could have attacked again, I guess, as Mimic. I don't know. I just don't know. So Blob doesn't roll this turn, which I think would have been...
Everything.
Oh, we got to re-roll. I lied, folks. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Thanos' teeth. So he gets Giant Colossus back, which I think is going to end up being the game anyway.
But Colossus came up on his level 3.
Yeah, so he has three level 3
So
characters.
to field him.
And at the end of his turn, he'll deal 6. Which is so gross.
And then that be game?
I think so. I don't think there's anything I can do to...
Because Ronan already got KO'd, unfortunately. That is the game.
If I
Don't jump in too early. Wait for it. Trey said the same thing. Under surveillance is so cool, though.
Right there.
GG's! That's 6 damage at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Holler. That was super fun.
Good game, man.
Yeah, good game.
Super Rare Ronin makes everything so weird. Like, you just you could. I mean, so does Jocasta though. So it was like it was a little like dancing match of whose pieces were gonna make it happen. But good games to you both.